Oh, there's a bite. Fish on. Oh, nice fish. What's going on, everybody? Nick from 618 Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure.
I got a fire in me, you're gonna set to burn. And we got a world to see, and all the time to learn.
I'm excited for today's episode because we are heading to one of my all-time favorite fishing spots. It's a spillway, and we have not been there in nearly 3.5 months. So there's no telling what it looks like. There's been big fish there in the past. Hopefully they remain. I'm getting very nervous. I'm coming up to the spillway now, and there are a ton of turkey vultures circling the spillway. Last time I saw that, I found thousands of dead fish. I am hoping that's not the case for today, but it is not looking good at all. We're about to find out. The good news is I am not seeing any dead fish. The bad news is this spillway is completely dried up. I've never seen the water this low. I generally try to stay optimistic about fishing spots and don't let first impressions affect me, but I'll be honest, this I have my doubts as to whether or not anything is still living directly beneath the spillway. But as far as baits go, I brought a few different options. Of course, night crawlers. I brought a T-bone steak and I also brought some frozen beef liver. So I've got a pretty good wide range of baits. Let's get started. Let's see if there's anything living in this dried up spillway. I'm seeing some tiny fish, so there is life still in this spillway. The question remains, is any of that life sizable? All right, I've never actually been able to access this part of the spillway. Hoping not to fall in because this water looks pretty gross. Not a single bite, which honestly, I'm not surprised. Let's continue on downstream.
I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, oh, I'll be gone.
I've been traveling downstream for quite some time, and just as I was losing all hope, I came across a deep spot that is holding some big fish. Let's try to catch one. I'm nervous. I may only get one opportunity before they're all spooked. Oh my gosh, you guys. I thought I was looking at a bunch of sticks on the bottom of the creek. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands of fish right in front of me, just stuck to the bottom. No way. All right, let's try to catch one.
Watch the trees, falling leaves, like the breeze, won't you blow?
There we go, guys, first catch. It's not one of those big fish I was seeing, but it is a perfect sized bait fish, a little bluegill. All right, let's try tossing out a piece of that bluegill. There we go. Well, that's the biggest fish of the day so far. We had some really cold temperatures last night. These larger fish appear to be very lethargic. I'm hoping they start to wake up. So far, all we've been able to catch are the bluegill. See you later, buddy. All right, guys, there's a bunch of slack in this line. Somebody might have picked up the bait. Well, I snagged someone's line that was in a tree, and it looks like we got ourselves a new lipless crankbait. Well, at the very least, we're getting some free lures and cleaning up the creek. Let's go ahead and try tossing out some of this beef liver. I know what you guys are thinking. This looks very appetizing, and I'm hoping the fish think so at least. Let's toss out this hunk of weightless beef liver, see if something picks it up. there's a bite. Yeah, they're swimming off with it. Here we go. Fish on. Fish on, fish on, fish on. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Finally caught a decent fish out of this creek. A beautiful little bowfin. Awesome. I had my doubts as to whether or not we were gonna catch a decent fish today, and we finally did it. Yes. See you later, buddy. What a beautiful fish. Now the next step is to catch a big one. And let me tell you, it is shocking to see the amount of big fish out here in front of me that are seemingly just lethargic, sleeping on the bottom of the creek. Since that guy started to feed, hopefully these other fish will become more active as well. I did not have any luck with the liver. Let's try tossing out some of this T-bone steak. All right, here we go. I've got a big hunk of T-bone steak on the line. Let's toss it out there. All right guys, Sling has this bait. First bite in quite some time. Here we go. Fish on. Fish on, fish on. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh. Yes, there we go. That's a nice bowfin. Finally. Yes, 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 yes. It's been a long time since that last fish. See you later, buddy. I was trying to get a slow motion shot and he was not having it. What a cool catch. That bowfin was an incredible catch. This water is freezing cold. Temperatures dipped down into the 20s last night, so these fish are not active whatsoever. I've never been able to explore too far down this creek, but because the water level is so low, I think it might actually be possible. So let's go ahead and attempt that and try to find another deep spot that might be holding some giant fish. Well, looks like I might have gotten as far as I can go. It's deep enough to where I can no longer travel, but it's not quite deep enough to be holding fish, I don't believe. That adventure downstream was very short-lived. I made it about 50 yards before I can no longer go any further. We are back at this spot. Let's get some baits out before it gets too dark. All right guys, Sling has this bait. Here we go. Fish on. Oh, nice fish. Oh my gosh. There we go, yes. I was about to call it. We just caught a nice one. In case you guys are wondering the setup that I'm using that's catching these fish, well, it's actually two different setups. On this rod, I'm just throwing out a weightless piece of bait on this small little J-hook. I believe this is a 1/0 J-hook, and it's done a really good job at getting a hook set on these fish that are generally very difficult to hook because of their incredibly bony mouths. Another really nice looking bowfin. This guy has some really nice colors on him, including a red tail. Awesome looking fish. See you later, buddy. The trip out to this spillway ended up being a lot better than what I was expecting after seeing the state that the actual spillway was in. It's never been this dried up, but I'm happy to report that big fish still live out here, and we were able to connect with 3 decent bowfin, and I saw some even bigger ones. So needless to say, I had a lot of fun today. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up, possibly think about subscribing if you haven't, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Never been able to explore too far down this creek, but because the water level is so low, I think it might actually be possible. I made it about 50 yards